Welcome everyone. I present my research to you. Implementation, activation, interaction, a reflection model in the learning English as a foreign language. Current vision of the learning challenges traditional pedagogical practice by emphasizing the need for the learner to play an active role in building knowledge. The emerging technology in classroom, communication system, mobile application, coding computing, collaborative environments offer a promising tool to help instruction create a more interactive, student-centered classroom. The research seeks to integrate a model to develop the communicate competence in the foreign language of the learners in the schools. Therefore, the purpose of the study is to identify the factors that influence the degree to which learning develop communicated competence in a transformative and innovative model in secondary school. The activation, interaction, and reflection model is based on social constructives, in which is a collaborative methodology based on collaborative works among participants, tested practice throughout field research and the ongoing response to the needs of participant institutions, and in ancient pedagogical paradigm. Social justice issues develop as educator so wants to define the intervention of the Jesuits' mission and values. The AIR model proposed the importance of the promoting unique experiences when defining pedagogical with a approach the response to the development of the communicative skills with the integration of the technological tools. These guides consist of the logistical aspect of the starting, interacting, and the ending and exchange session, along with the specific tasks. The AIR model three stage. Activation stage. The educator creates the space for the learning, the design the materials, audio materials, including photo, videos, etc. for being applied in the real life situation. The second, interaction stage, the learning interacts with the technology, some platform, satisfactorily completing in the instruction guide by the educator and applying what was prepared in the previous phase. And finally, the reflection stage, the educator recorded feedback of the experiences learned during of one and two stage. The research applies a qualitative approach, which can be understood as an opportunity available to capture the voice of the participants. And the same was applied across sectional non-experimental which allow use to characterize at a single point in a guide period on the time they study. The research applied in the five learning who develop and speaking and listening activity throughout video conference software Zoom of approximately 50 minutes to 60 minutes during 5 sessions, demonstrating developing in community competence and educator as a guide for the process. Two instruments were designed for the collection of information. The five nodes allow to the collect emotion, behavior, a feeling, the educator. The interview to collect data on the role play, the educator in the development of the session. And finally, the questionnaire is obtained data not collect with the previous two instruments. As you can see the graph, it is important to highlight the AR model evidence in this process. There are three keys factors to pass the mechanism and repetitive process to the teaching learning process. One, recognizes the educator learning, a practice and the educator in terms of the materials and performance in the classroom for the to be high probability that instruction is effective must be designed such as a cover the spectrum of the graph dimension. Second, the materials and resources to achieve the execution of the action groups. The orientation that the context in a well of the knowledge. Educator organizes the content by subject which alone learning of the contents, transmutation of the contents, hypothesis, law, system, etc. And three, the context and its connection. In the design of the strategy to aim to promote learning in the learners, go from simply listening to reading, questioning, discussing, applying concept, solving problems. The challenge that an educator is to correctly integrate the learning objectives with the learning styles with the strategy on the involvement of the learner in the process of the construction of the learning, and that is appropriate to carry out by the select technological tools. The educator should focus the effort of the preparing the session with the resource that allow the learning to experiences and learning experiences according to their learning states. The activation stage, the educator created authentic and activity in the which the learner are the protagonists and the using technology in a transversal. The interaction stage, the educator implementing various methodologies and pedagogical research, promoting creative and collaborative instruction of the knowledge using available infrastructure and technology. And finally, the reflection stage, the educator developing evaluation activities to guarantee learning and solve problems using evaluation strategies that complete not only the mastery of the contents but they depend in the understand. Finally, the AIR model that seek to close the border throughout the experience of the unique experiences throughout strategies and techniques integrated with the use of the digital tools recently developing competence community. Thank you so much.